Tourist attraction. A tourist attraction is a place of interest where tourists visit, typically for its inherent or an exhibited natural or cultural value, historical significance, natural or built beauty, offering leisure and amusement. Types. Places of natural beauty such as beaches, tropical island resorts, national parks, mountains, deserts and forests, are examples of traditional tourist attractions which people may visit. Cultural tourist attractions can include historical places, monuments, ancient temples, zoos, aquaria, museums and art galleries, botanical gardens, buildings and structures, such as forts, castles, libraries, former prisons, skyscrapers, bridges, theme parks and carnivals, living history museums, public art, sculptures, statues, murals, signs, ethnic enclave communities, historic trains and cultural events. Factory tours, industrial heritage, creative art and crafts workshops are the object of cultural niches like industrial tourism and creative tourism. Many tourist attractions are also landmarks. Tourist attractions are also created to capitalize on legends such as a supposed UFO crash site near Roswell, New Mexico and the alleged Loch Ness Monster sightings in Scotland. Ghost sightings also make tourist attractions. Ethnic communities may become tourist attractions, such as Chinatowns in the United States and the Black British neighborhood of Brixton in London, England. In the United States, owners and marketers of attractions advertise tourist attractions on billboards along the sides of highways and roadways, especially in remote areas. Tourist attractions often distribute free promotional brochures to be displayed in rest areas, information centers, fast food restaurants, and motel rooms or lobbies. While some tourist attractions provide visitors a memorable experience for a reasonable admission charge or even for free, others may be of low quality and overprice their goods and services, such as admission, food, and souvenirs, in order to profit excessively from tourists. Such places are commonly known as tourist traps. Within cities, rides on boats and sightseeing buses are sometimes popular. Novelty attractions. Novelty attractions are oddities such as the biggest ball of twine in Corker City, Kansas, the Corn Palace in Mitchell, South Dakota, or Carhenge in Alliance, Nebraska, where old cars serve in the place of stones in a replica of Stonehenge. Novelty attractions are not limited to the American Midwest, but are part of Midwestern culture. Tourist destination. A tourist destination is a city, town, or other area that is significantly dependent on revenues from tourism, or a country, state, region, city, or town which is marketed or markets itself as a place for tourists to visit. It may contain one or more tourist attractions and possibly some tourist traps. Fatima Town, for example, is a popular tourist destination in Portugal. Siem Reap Town is a popular tourist destination in Cambodia, mainly owing to its proximity to the Angkor temples. The Loire Valley, the third tourist destination in France, is a good example of a region marketed and branded as a place for tourists to visit, mainly known for its Chateau of the Loire Valley. A tropical island resort is an island or archipelago that depends on tourism as its source of revenue. The Bahamas in the Caribbean, Bali in Indonesia, Phuket in Thailand, Hawaii in the United States, Fiji in the Pacific, and Santorini and Ibiza in the Mediterranean are examples of popular island resorts. France, the United States, and Spain were the three most popular international destinations in 2017. The total number of international travelers arriving in those countries was about 234 million, contributing 8.9%, 7.7%, and 14.9%, respectively, to the total GDP of those countries. From the tourism industry supply perspective, a destination is usually defined by a geopolitical boundary, and destination marketing is most commonly funded by governments. From the traveler perspective, a destination might be perceived quite differently. Economic impact. Tourism generates substantial economic benefits for both host countries and tourists' home countries. Especially in developing countries, one of the primary motivations for a region to promote itself as a tourism destination is the expected economic benefit. According to the World Tourism Organization, 698 million people traveled to a foreign country in 2000, spending more than $478 billion. International tourism receipts combined with passenger transport currently total more than $575 billion, making tourism the world's #1 export earner. Tourist attractions can,